Good day once again. My name is Graphics. Now today we'll be looking at another example on interpenetration. But in this case now, the pipe that is merging together are merging at an angle. At an angle of what? 30 degrees. The one we did initially was an angle of what? 90 degrees. They were perpendicular to each other. But in this case here now, the smaller pipe is intersecting the bigger pipe at an angle of what? 30 degrees. So what you do, the first thing you do is this. You first of all start drawing from the plan. The diameter of the bigger circle here is given to be 90. So what I will do is I will just draw my horizontal line this way. I'll draw my horizontal line this way, right? And I'm going to draw my vertical line also this way. I'll draw my vertical line this way too. So in doing that, they are meeting at this point. They are meeting at this point here. So with the center there, I'm going to draw my circle using radius 45. Since the diameter there is what? 90, I'll use radius 45 to draw my circle. So since I'm starting from 1, I'm going to measure 45. So that will be to 55, right? So this 45 here, and I'll place it at this center point here. And I'm going to draw my circle in this direction. So that is what we're having, angle 45, right? So I'm going to thicken it, like should be very visible. Now the next thing I'll do, I will have to get this other aspect here, which is this. I've drawn the circle. I need to get this smaller circle diameter, smaller cylinder diameter. Now from here, because they are the same, the plan and the elevation, so we are given the diameter of this to be what? 60. So I need this to be 30 to get 60. So from the center, I'm going to mark 30, 30. So this is what I mean here. So I'm going to mark from 1 to 4 is 30, right? So I'll place it at the center here. I'll mark 30, 30. So making it from this point to this point to be what? 60. Now I will take my set square to this point here. I won't draw it from this point, I will extend it from here. And I'll take the next one too. I will extend it from here. I'll use my faint line because I don't know where it will end. They didn't really tell me where I will end from here to here. So I'll stop at this stage. And I'll want to draw the other, this is the plan, so I want to draw the elevation. Now the elevation from this base here to this point here is what? 80. So I'm going to measure from here to here 80, and this is what I will do. I'm going to extend this circumference here from this edge of the circle with the help of my T-square and set-square. I'll project it up, and I'll come here also. I'm going to project this up too. So do it this way. Now in doing that, at any given radius between the circle and the elevation, depending on how wide you want it, but I'll just take this distance. So I'm going to take in from here to this point. You can see that. So from here, we'll move forward. I am going to measure the distance from this point here upward. So from that baseline, I'm going to measure 80, so I'll stop at 9 since I'm starting from 1. So this is 80 here, and I'm going to join it to this point here. I'm going to join it here. So you're going to join that point, which is 80. You're going to extend it from this point straight down to meet the other one here. You can see that. So I'll take it here also. From this point, I'll take it up and there. Right? So in doing that now, if you look at our diagram very well, we are told that this circle here, we've already drawn these two bases here. So this circle, this smaller diameter is at an smaller cylinder is at an angle of what, 30 degrees. But the first thing you have to do is to get the center of that smaller cylinder. And we are told that to get center, you need to measure 40 from this baseline here upward. So that is half of this cylinder here. I'm going to measure 40 here, and I'm going to project it at an angle of what, 30 degrees. This is what I mean. So you measure 40 from here upward. I'm going to measure the 40 from this point here. This is 40 here, that is at 5. I'm starting from 1, that's why I'm ending at 5. So at that point, that is my 40. So I'm going to project it at an angle of what? 30 degrees. So this is my 30 here, right? So when it is on my set square like this, I can easily project it upward. So if I place my set square on my T square, I'm going to have this line this way. Can you see that? I will have that line this way. Front line, let me call it your center line. So let me think in it, since it's a center line, I'll have that this way. So what you do is, we are not told also that the thickness of the circle, of this smaller circle, is 60, diameter of 60. So I'm going to measure 30 here to make it 60. So let's do that. Since I project this with 30, I'm going to draw a perpendicular line. I'll stand it this way, and I'm going to project this guy with this 60. You can see that. I'll draw my line with 60. Now I'll now measure 30 with my set square, my compass, sorry. So I'll measure that. To measure 30 from 1 to 4 is 30. So I'll place it here. I'm going to mark 30 up, and I'm going to mark 30 down. So this is what I'm trying to say. You're marking 30 up and 30 down. So now I'm going to, now we are told that from this end here to this line here is what? 40, right? From here to the end is what? 40. So I'm going to measure 40. So first of all, I'm going to just connect those 30 I marked earlier, like this, and I'm going to measure 40. Let's measure the 40 from the end here, which is the same end as the other aspect. On this end here, I'll measure 40. From here to 5 is 40. Alright? So I'm going to thicken it from this point straight down. You see that? And from this point straight down. So I'm going to complete them. So complete and complete. This is what I brought out. So I've successfully done this. Right? So now I want to get my interpenetrating arc, and I want to get this circle here. So this is how we go about it. Now we've successfully drawn this. Now we want to draw the interpenetrating arc of this circle. I'm minding you, if you are looking at this from the plan, you'll be seeing a circle here, right, which will be shown here, and which is what we are talking about, which is this here. So the first thing you do, like I told you earlier, you draw a semicircle. So I will take my set square placing it on my T-square like this, the T-square here, and I'll just draw a line that will not touch my main object, which is this. And let's draw a line like this, and I'm going to place my compass using the radius of this point here to this point here. Can you see that? To the end of the circle. And I'm going to draw my semicircle like this faint line. Now in doing that, I'm going to divide it the way I've divided with the same radius. So let me just do this, extend this to cut the circumference of the circle. So I'll just extend this, you can see. Now I'll place it here. I'm going to place it here with the same radius of the, and I'll cut this. I'll place it here also. I'll cut here. I'll place it at the center here. I'll cut up and I'll cut down. Just with the same radius of the circle here. You can see that's the same radius you use. So what I will do is I'm going to draw a line that will connect those 2 points to the center of this semicircle. And this, then this, so this is what we are having, right? I'm going to call here to be 0.3 2 1 0 1 2 3. So those points I'm having. Similarly, I'll do the same here. I'm going to project my points from here. I'm going to project my point from this, where all my lines, I'll project them down from 2. I'm going to take it down. 1, I'll take it down. 0 is already there. 1, take it down. 2, take it down. And the 3 is already there. So this is what I have. You can see that very well. Projected those points down. Now the next thing I'll do is I'll use my set square of my T-square, and I'm going to extend all these lines down from here. Now I'll take this down. You can see that? So can you see that? From here also, I'll take this down, so it will be touching the baseline. If you look at this baseline here that I drew earlier at the beginning, that I said from here to this point. Let me make you see it very well. The baseline, right? So I will just project all these points from here, and from here project them downward. So let's see how it goes. So the next one will be this. The next one will be this. Next one will be this. Next one will be this. And this. You can see that I've projected all this from, not from the semicircle, but from the main object itself where they meet. I project everything downward. You can see that. Now the next thing I'll do here is I'm also going to draw a semicircle here. So this is the point of the semicircle here, right? So I'll just trace it downward here. So I'll just draw it. This is the line of the semicircle here. They're on the same point. You can see that. So I'm taking my compass and I'm going to draw that from here. So I'm going to place it here. With the same semicircle, I'm going to draw it this point here. My faint line. You see that? So the same radius, I'll place it here. I'll cut up, I'll cut down. At this point here, I'll cut this. At this point here, I'll cut here. I'm going to trace them to touch the circumference of the circle. So let's do that. To the center. To the center. To the center. To the center. So this here is starting from 3. Here is going to start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, look at what I want to do now. So, from here now, let's see how it goes. I'll project all these points to touch the circumference of the circle to get my interpenetrating arc. So this, move it to this circle, circle for the circle. Then this, let me show you. So, I'm going to project this to the circumference. I will project 3 is already there, 2 also, 3 circumference, 1, 2, 3 circumference, right? Now, all these points where it meets the circumference of the circle, I'll project them up. This is 0, right? Where 0 meets 0. This is 0 here, and this point here also is 0. So this center line here is 0. So I'm going to project this 0 line upward to meet this. So 0 meets 0 at this point here. That's point 0. Because if you look at this line, this is 0 here, and this is 0 too, coming down. So the next thing we'll do here will be now the next one is 1, where 1 meets 1. Don't forget this line here is line 1, and this line also is also line 1. So I'm going to project that line 1 upward, placing it on my T-square. Then I'll project it up. So from this point, line 1, I'll take it up. So this is the line of 1 here, which is this, meeting, and this is another line of 1 also, which is this, meeting this here. Right? So the next one again we're having is line 2. So I'm going to project this line 2 here. So line 2, both of them will meet at the same point because the object is symmetrical. So I'll come here, project line 2 up. Now this is line 2 here. Let's show you that. Sorry. Now this is line 2. This is line 2 here, coming down to meet it here. There's another line 2 also coming down to meet it here. So that both line 2 meet. The next one is line 3. This is line 3, right? This is line 3, moving up. So line 3 is meeting 3 here. This is also 3 coming down to meet 3, and this is also 3 coming down to meet 3 at this point. So we have successfully gotten that. Now we're going to draw the arc that is connecting them together. So So we're going to join those three other points together. So with the help of this, let's zoom that and see. I'm going to join these two together. There's one. I'll join these two. Yeah, that one. So this is my interpenetrating arc here. So that is not all. We've already done one aspect of it. That is not all. We need to draw this circle here, because looking at it on the top, you are going to see here. So I need to draw this circle here. So I'll focus on the plan now. So focusing on the plan, I'll be having this. So we'll have this. Now if you look at this very well, this is point 0 here, right? Point 0 coming down to meet 0. Point 0 coming down to meet 0, which is this. 2 0 is coming down to meet 0 here. That's the first point. Point 1 2 coming down to meet 1 here, because this is 1 meeting 1. Also this other 1 2 coming down meeting 1 here too. Same thing to 2. This is 9 2 coming down to meet 2 here, and the other 2 also coming down to meet 2 here. Then the same thing 3. This is 3 coming down to meet 3 also. The other 3 is 2 coming down to meet 3 here at this point. So the same thing, you repeat the same process for everything. So we have these 2 at this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, and this point. We're going to repeat the same process for everything. So at the end of the day, you'll be having this shape, and you're going to connect them together using your French curve. So use your French curve to join this point together. So if I take this bigger one here, I can start by joining this 3 circle, these 3 points together. Then with the help of these 2, I'll join that 2. So you connect these 3, right? Place it here, connect this 3, and you come here, so you do the same thing here too. And you connect here. So you come here too. Connect this too. And this one too. This is what you'll be having. And you just connect this to this point, and you connect this to this point. So this is what we're having. So we've successfully drawn this. This is our interpenetrating arc. So thanks for watching. We'll meet in our next video.